Hello Eclavians, how are you all? I hope that you and your family are doing well. Eclavians, as you all know that we have already started with the second chapter of organic chemistry, that is nomenclature of organic compound, and in this chapter we have already covered 12 sessions. So once again I welcome you all to the 13th session of the chapter nomenclature of organic compound. And in this 13th session we'll be discussing in details how to do nomenclature, that is common plus IUPAC nomenclature of amines. Okay, with that first we'll be understanding what are amines and how they are classified. If you are new to the channel and yet not subscribe it, do subscribe the channel, and it's my personal recommendation that please do visit all the session, that is session number 1 to session number 12 of this chapter, so that you can clearly understand how to do nomenclature of the compounds that we have discussed in past, and with the help of that you will be easily able to apply and get the answers of nomenclature of amines. Okay, so let's not waste much time and quickly start the session. Eclavians, as you all know that each and every session starts with a motivational quote. So today's motivational quote is, all you have is today, tomorrow never comes. हमारे बड़े बुजुर्ग कह गए हैं कि कल कभी नहीं आता, तो ऑलवेज रिमेंबर जो करना है आज करो, क्योंकि कल किसी का आया नहीं है और किसी का आया कभी नहीं. So again repeat the quote, all you have is today, tomorrow never comes. So with this motivation, let us start this particular segment, in which we'll be first discussing what are amines and how they are classified. Okay, so talking about the first thing, what are amines? Talking about amines, amines are derivative of ammonia. Amines are what? Derivative of ammonia. Now what do you mean by derivative? So if I draw a structure of amine, it can be drawn in this way. It has one lone pair and 3 valency has been satisfied by nitrogen, and this compound is known as what? Ammonia. So amines are derivatives of ammonia, in which 1, 2 or all 3 hydrogen of ammonia is been replaced by equal number of alkyl groups. Again I'll repeat, amines are the derivative of ammonia, in which 1, 2 or all the hydrogen of ammonia is replaced by alkyl groups. So I hope guys you must have understood the definition of amines, and in this definition there is there is one part that is hidden, that is the classification of amine. If you understand the definition, the classification will be easy. So secondly, what I am going to do is classify. As I said, it is derivative of ammonia, in which 1, 2 or all 3 are been replaced by alkyl or aryl group. The basic thing will be, if it is replaced by alkyl, it will be known as aliphatic amine. If it is replaced by phenyl or aryl group, it will be known as what? Aromatic amine. But right now we are discussing aliphatic amine. So if I'll replace one hydrogen by any process, I'll remove one hydrogen and I'll add one alkyl group. Okay, so the corresponding product that will be formed is NH2. So over here I have replaced this hydrogen by alkyl group, or it can be also written as NH2. Okay, so this is one form of amine. Again, if I'll replace one more hydrogen by an alkyl group, the compound that will be formed is RNH, or I can clearly write it as R2NH. But while writing R2, it simply means both the alkyl groups are same. It can or it cannot be the same, but right now I am assuming both are same. That's why I have written R2NH. Okay. Finally, there is one more hydrogen left, so I'll replace that thing as well. Again, I'll keep the alkyl group same. So the final thing that you will be getting is R N R R, or it can be also written as R3N. Depending upon the number of hydrogen replaced by alkyl groups in ammonia, again I'll repeat, depending upon the number of hydrogen replaced by ammonia, the number of hydrogen replaced in ammonia by an alkyl group, its classification is dependent. If I'll replace one hydrogen by one alkyl group, we'll be getting primary amine or 1 degree amine, and the functional group of primary amine is NH2. Remember this thing. Again I'll repeat, if one hydrogen of ammonia is replaced by only one alkyl group, then the amine that you are going to get is a primary amine. That is the first classification. Okay, then talking about the second one, if two hydrogen of ammonia is replaced by equal number of alkyl groups, or that is by two alkyl groups, the compound that will be formed is 2 degree amine, and the functional group of 2 degree amine is NH. So since there are two hydrogen replaced by two alkyl group, it will be 2 degree amine. Okay, talking about the last one, if all three hydrogen of ammonia is replaced by three alkyl groups, if all three are replaced by three alkyl groups, then it will be known as 3 degree amine or tertiary amine, and the functional group of tertiary amine is N. Okay, so this is one of the basic classification of amines. What are amines? An ammonia derivative in which 1, 2 or all three hydrogen of ammonia is been replaced by alkyl groups. So if I'll replace one hydrogen by one alkyl group, it forms primary amine. Two hydrogen by two alkyl groups, it forms secondary. All three hydrogen by three alkyl groups, it forms tertiary amine, irrespective of whether the alkyl groups are same or different. Depending upon the alkyl groups, whether it is same or different, secondary and tertiary amines are further classified as simple and mixed. That segment I'll be taking after this segment. So I hope that guys I have given you a basic idea about what are amines and how they are classified. Okay, I'll request you to please pause this video over here and go through this segment once. Eclavians, I hope that you must have gone through that segment. Proceeding further, as I already said that in the previous segment, that depending upon the alkyl groups, whether it is same or different, secondary and tertiary amines further get classified as simple or symmetrical and unsymmetrical or mixed amine. Okay, so that we'll write first. Okay, so depending upon alkyl group attached to nitrogen, 2 degree, 3 degree amines are classified as, first of all, 2 degree amine, its representation I can write it as R, NH, R dash. This is 2 degree amine, and for 3 degree amine I can write as representation R, R dash, R dash. This is a 3 degree amine. Depending upon the alkyl groups, they are further classified as first one is simple amine and the second one is mixed amine. First one is simple amine and the second one is mixed amine. Simple basically means symmetrical and mixed means unsymmetrical. The word itself will give you an idea. It simply says that if R is equal to R dash, the amine that is going to form will be a simple or symmetrical amine. If R is not equal to R dash, then it will be a mixed amine. I'll highlight one important thing over here. This R and this R should not be equal for unsymmetrical amine. this R and this R should not be equal to unsymmetrical amine. Even this R dash should not be equal to each other. So basically for mixed amine, अगर यहाँ पे कोई एक अल्काइल ग्रुप भी डिफरेंट है तो हम उसको मिक्स्ड अमाइन कहेंगे. Again I'll repeat my sentence. For mixed amine, even if there is one different alkyl group in out of these three alkyl groups, then it will be a mixed amine. For simple amines or symmetrical amine, all three alkyl groups should be same. What I'm trying to say is, let us take an example of 2 degree amine. I'll take example of 2 degree amine as CH3 NH CH3. Okay, this is an example of 2 degree amine. This is an example of what? 2 degree simple amine. Okay, talking about example of mixed amine, example CH3 NH C2 H5. Again it is an example of mixed 2 degree amine. This is simple, alkyl groups are same. This is mixed because alkyl groups are different. Methyl, ethyl, they both are methyl. Okay, then talking about the next one. For 3 degree example, I'll take CH3 N CH3 CH3. Now if you'll see, all three alkyl groups are same. So this is what? A 3 degree simple amine. Taking an example over here. Okay, so I can say it as CH3 N CH3 C2 H5. This is an example of what? 3 degree amine. So even if there is one different alkyl group out of all three alkyl groups, it will come under mixed amine, and if all are same, then it will be a simple amine for 3 degree. For 2 degree, it is obvious that there are only two alkyl groups. So either one has to be different for mixed. For simple, both has to be same. But there is a confusion for 3 degree. People sometimes think that there are two methyl groups, so it has to be symmetrical or simple. But answer is no. All three has to be same for symmetrical amines or simple amines. So I hope guys I must have given you the clarity of the detailed classification of amines. As I said, amines are of two types. First type is aliphatic amines. Second one is aromatic amine. How we can say aromatic amine? If either one of the hydrogen of ammonia is been replaced by aryl group or phenyl group, then the amine will become what? An aromatic amine. Okay? If it is not replaced, then it becomes aliphatic amine. In this segment, we are just discussing aliphatic amines. Okay. Then again, primary, secondary and tertiary. Aliphatic amines further get classified as primary, secondary and tertiary depending upon the hydrogen replaced. If only one hydrogen is replaced, becomes primary. If two hydrogens are replaced, it becomes secondary. If all three hydrogens are replaced, it becomes tertiary amine. Secondary and tertiary further get classified depending upon the alkyl groups. If both alkyl groups are same or all three alkyl groups are same, it becomes simple or symmetrical. If either one of the alkyl groups are different, then it will become mixed or unsymmetrical amines. Okay. So with this thing, let us proceed further and discuss some of the things like what are the functional groups of amine. If I'll ask you what is the functional groups of amine, then you can clearly say that. So there are three different functional groups. One is NH2, second one is NH, and the third one is N. So these are the functional group of amines. Talking about its prefix, its prefix is amino, which certainly for this particular segment or this particular session we are not going to use in this session, but yes, in case of polyfunctional group this will come into picture, but as if now not required. Last one is suffix. Talking about its suffix, it is amine. Now we'll be discussing nomenclature of primary, that is 1 degree, aliphatic amines. It's very simple. If you remember alkyl groups, then this name will become very simple. So nomenclature of primary aliphatic amine. Primary aliphatic amine is represented as R NH2. This is a representation of what? Primary aliphatic amines. Talking about its common name, it is simply written as alkyl, the name of alkyl, and then amine. It's very simple. So if you remember what are the alkyl groups we have discussed till now, the name will become very easy. Okay. Second, talking about IUPAC, it is same as alcohols. Okay. Alcohol has OH functional group, whereas amine has NH2 functional group. Okay. So in alcohols, what we have done, we have taken an alkane and we have replaced E by OL. Over here we have to replace E and add amine. So its name will be alkane amine. Okay, so in IUPAC, amines are known as alkane amine, whereas in common name it is known as alkyl amine. Then proceeding further, talking about rules are same as alcohols. Since it is a functional group, it should get least number irrespective of double or triple bond present or substituent present. If it is at same, if it has equivalent position, then you should go for multiple bonds. And then if multiple bonds and functional group both are at equivalent position, then you should go to give least number to substituent, and if all are at equivalent position, then alphabetical order should be followed to substituent. So these are the basic things that we have already discussed in alcohols. That's why I recommend you to first visit all the 12 sessions that we have discussed before this. Okay, so guys, before proceeding further in this session, I'll just request you to pause this video and go through this segment once again. Eclavians, I hope that you must have gone through that segment. Now here are some of the examples that I have given it to you. What I expect you to is pause the video, mark its common name and IUPAC, then resume the video and see whether your answers are right or wrong. And if your all answer is right, make sure that you do not forget to give a thumbs up, so that I'll come to know that whether you are getting the things or not. If you have any problems, then you can comment in this particular video. Now talking about this is methyl. First one is methyl, and the name that you have to add is amine. Simple. Then it is ethyl amine, then it is N propyl amine, then it is iso propyl amine, then this is N butyl amine, then it is sec butyl amine, then this is iso butyl amine, and the last one is what? Tert butyl amine. Okay, see, the only reason why I'll give you all these alkyl groups repeatedly almost in every nomenclature, the reason is so that you can able to remember all this alkyl group by heart, because these alkyl groups are going to play a very important role in further discussion. So make sure the names are cool enough and you remember it everything. So this is amine, 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 amine. Now the only problem that you will be facing is tertiary butyl amine is a primary amine, not tertiary amine. Till now we have said that tertiary alcohol is what? When this, if you replace NH2 by OH, it becomes tertiary alcohol, but not in the case of amines. In amines we fixate on the number of hydrogen replaced in ammonia by alkyl groups. Over here you can see only one hydrogen is replaced by tertiary butyl group, hence it is known as what? Primary amine. Make sure you remember this thing. Okay, so all these things all over here are primary amine. Yes, if you talk about alkyl groups, yes, they are different, like primary, 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 secondary, primary, secondary, primary, and then tertiary. Alkyl groups are different, but all amines are what? 1 degree amines. Talking about its IUPAC name, select the longest chain. We have only one longest chain, that is one carbon atom over here. So it is meth, there is no substituent. So the name simply becomes what? meth, carbon to carbon single bond has to be in, E will be dropped, and what we are going to add is methanamide. Okay, then again select the longest chain. There are 2 carbon atoms, so that means there is no substituents and only one functional group, that is amine. So it is in amine. And right now no need of position, because you cannot change the position of amine. It has to be 1, over here it has to be also 1, but from here you can change the position. As select the longest chain, it consists of 3 carbon atoms. Okay, then identify the functional group, number it from that and from which functional group should get least number. So it is 1, 2, 3. If you'll select it from right hand side, 1, 2, 3, functional group will get least number as 3 from your left hand side, but from right hand side it is getting number as 1. So its name will become propane, and at first position there is amine. Okay, then talking about the second one, select the longest chain, then number it from that end where functional group should get least number. So from left hand side it is the second position, from right hand side it is the second position. So it doesn't matter from where you are numbering it. Its name will become what? Propane to amine. Now one thing that you have to note over here is, in some of the books you might see the name as 1-amino propane. They treat NH2 as a substituent. So even if JEE asks you 1-amino propane ka reaction, or where if they have used the word 1-amino propane, it is the same structure. Do not get confused. Secondly, it can be also written as 2-amino propane. Okay, so in examination you should not get confused. If they have asked, yes, this is the name, but it's IUPAC name, make sure its IUPAC name are this. Okay, IUPAC name will be what? Propane 1-amine and propane 2-amine. Okay, secondly, if in MCQ there are both names and you have to select only one answer, this is the name, IUPAC name, this is the answer. Fair enough. Now proceeding further, again select the longest chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, number it, obviously यही end से start होगा, 1, 2, 3, 4. So its name will be what? 1-amino 1, sorry, extremely sorry, I got carried away. Its name will be what? 4 carbon atom is what? Bute. Carbon to carbon there is what? Single bond, that is in, and at first position there is amine, so it becomes butane 1-amine. Now again select the longest chain, 1, 2, 3, 4. There is no substituent, only one functional group. If I start numbering from left hand side, 1, 2, 3, third number. If I start from here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So longest chain consists of 4 carbon atoms, so that is bute. Carbon to carbon single bond is in, and at second position there is amine, so it is butane amine. So it can be written as 1-amino butane. It's the same mistake which I was going to write, but you should not do that mistake. It will be what? Clearly what? Butane 1-amine, or in some books you can also find it as 1-amino butane. Similarly 2-amino butane, but IUPAC name will be what? Butane 2-amine. Proceeding further, selecting the longest chain. If I 1, 2, 3, this is the longest chain. There is in presence of substituent, but functional group should get least number while numbering. So 1, 2, 3. So there is a prefix over here. So prefix is at second position, and the prefix name is methyl. So it is 2-methyl. 2-methyl. Then 3 carbon atom is propane, and at first position there is in presence of amine. So it is propane 1-amine. Talking about the last one, select the longest chain, 1, 2, 3. Okay, then there is an amine group and there is a methyl group. You can do numbering from both the end. It will get position as 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So both is getting position as 2. So now the name will become 2-methyl propane 2 amine. Fair enough? Sure. And if you have got common and IUPAC name all correct, make sure that you are going to give me thumbs up in the comment section. Even if you have any problems, if you have not understood something, please make sure that you are going to comment it and let me know. I'll definitely revert you back. Okay, so please pause the segment and go through it once. So Eklaviyans, I hope that you must have gone through that segment. Here are some questions for your practice. Again, I want you to mark the common name of this compounds and the IUPAC name of this compounds, plus I want its IUPAC name as well. So from question number 9 to 13 I want common name, okay, in your book, and then I also want IUPAC name in your book, then only IUPAC name of all this compound. So quickly pause the video and start solving it. By the time I'll also solve it, once you have done with the solution, resume the video, see whether your answers are right or wrong. If it is right, thumbs up. If it is wrong, please comment what is the problem that we have faced. Okay, so let us start. The first name over here, it looks like allyl group. Sorry, not allyl, it looks like neo group. So it is neo pentyl group. So it is neo pentyl amine. This is neo group, entire group is neo. Okay, now talking about this group, this is vinyl. So the name becomes vinylamine. Then this group is allyl, so it becomes allylamine. And this group is propergyl, so it becomes propergyl amine. Cool. So if it is cool enough and if you have got right answer, thumbs up. Okay, now proceeding further with its IUPAC name, select the longest chain. 1, 2, 3. Longest chain consists of 3 carbon atoms and there are 2 substituents. Numbering should be done from that end. Functional group should get least number, so it is 1, 2, 3. So I am going to write its IUPAC as 2, 2 dimethyl 2, 2 dimethyl, then prop in 1 amine. Okay, so this is the IUPAC name of question number 9, that is 2, 2 dimethyl propane 1 amine. Now talking about this thing, simply eth, there are 2 carbon atoms, so it becomes eth, then ene, eth, then there is in presence of double bond, so you are going to write ene and then amine, so it is ethenamine. Position not required because both are position, both for this 2 carbon the position of NH2 will be 1. Now over here, yes, select the longest chain as this. There is only one functional group and the numbering will start from that end only, so it is 1, 2, 3. So the IUPAC name of this compound will be prop 2 in 1 amine. Prop 2 in 1 amine. The same goes to this. Select the longest chain, NH2 at the terminal, so from this terminal I'll start numbering it and its IUPAC name will be prop 2 in 1 amine. Cool. So if common and IUPAC name are cool, please give me the thumbs up. Okay, now talking about this question, some practice question, write the IUPAC name of all these compounds. Now let us start with this one. Select the longest chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the longest chain. Identify the substituents. There is an over bromo here, there is in presence of methyl. Numbering should be done in such a way that NH2 should get least number, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Both the positions are same, like जहाँ से भी numbering कर रहे हो, the position comes out to be what, same from both the side. Then we should give reference to double bond, so numbering starts from right hand side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now while writing, alphabetical order must be followed, so it will be 4 bromo, then 4 methyl, 4 bromo, 4 methyl, then total number of carbon atom is spent at first position there is in presence of double bond, so that is ene, and at third position there is in presence of NH2 group, that is amine. So it becomes 4 bromo, 4 methyl, pent, 1 ene, 3 amine. Okay, so if you have got this right, thumbs up. Cool. Now proceeding further, select the longest chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this will be the longest chain. Then numbering should be done in such a way that double bond should get least number. So not double bond, NH2. We are discussing NH2. So NH2 should get least number 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. From both the side it is getting 4. Then we should give reference to double bond. 1, 2. 1, 2. Both are getting the same position. Proceeding further, methyl. If I identify the substituent, this is methyl and this is bromo. What are the position for this? 1, 2. 1, 2. Again they are getting the same position, means the position of functional group, the position of double bond and the position of substituents now all are same. And in such condition we'll be selecting from, we'll be numbering the chain from that end which gives least number to the substituent, which comes alphabetically first. It starts with bromo, B. It starts with methyl, M. So obviously B comes first, so we'll be doing numbering from right hand side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. Now if I write its name, it will be 2 bromo. Prefix come first, that means substituents. 2 bromo, then 6 methyl. Total number of carbon atom over here is hept, that is 7 hept. There is more than one double bond, so it becomes hepta. Okay, position of double bonds are 2, 5. So it is 2, 5 di N, and at fourth position there is in presence of amine, so it is 4 amine. So I'll again repeat the name. 2 bromo, 6 methyl, hepta 2, 5 diene, 4 amine. Okay, so this is the right answer. If you have got it right, thumbs up please. Now talking about the last one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, number it from that end which will give the NH2 least number. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. From left hand side it is far away, so we'll start from this side only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There is only one substituent present, and that substituent is methyl. So the name of this compound will be 2. So the name of the compound will be 2 methyl. Total number of carbon atom is 7, so it is hept. The double bond is present at 6th position, so hept 6 ene. Triple bond is present at 4th position, so 4 ine. NH2 is present at 2nd position, so it is 2 amine. I'll again repeat the name. Okay, it is 3 methyl. Extremely sorry, it is 3 methyl. It is 3 methyl. Total number of carbon atom is 7, so it becomes hept. Then at 6th position there is in presence of double bond, so ene. At 4th position there is in presence of triple bond, so ine. And at 2nd position there is in presence of functional group, that is amine. So its name will be 3 methyl hept 6 ene 4 ine 4 amine. Okay, and if you have got all this answer as right, so please give the thumbs up. Okay, so again pause the segment over here and go through it once. So Eclavians, I hope that you must have gone through that segment. Now proceeding further, in this segment we'll be discussing nomenclature of secondary or 2-degree aliphatic amine. So first of all, let me mark its representation. Its representation is R, NH, R dash, and the functional group over here is NH for 2-degree amine. Now talking about the first one, common name. Common name can be done in the following ways. If R is equal to R dash, if R is equal to R dash, that means I am trying to say is if it is in simple amine. If it is in what? Simple amine, then you can simply write the name as di alkyl amine. Okay, but if R is not equal to R dash, R is not equal to R dash, then you have to write the name as alkyl amine. As simple as that. And this alkyl is nothing but on the basis of alphabetical order. That means if there is in presence of methyl and ethyl, we'll write the name as ethyl methyl amine. Okay, fair enough. So this is how you are going to do common name of secondary amines. I'll be giving you practice question only, and you have to mark the answer. Now talking about its IUPAC name also remains the same, but there is a slight twist in it. And what is that twist? That we'll be discussing in some particular examples. So let us start with structure number 1, and we'll be discussing structure, then we will try to mark its common name, and then I'll tell you how to mark IUPAC name. Okay, so fatafat comment the common name of this compound. Comment quickly. Okay, please make sure you are commenting whatever I am saying you to comment. Please comment it so that I'll come to know whether you are involved in this session or not. So I hope you must have commented. If you have commented the name as dimethyl amine, then your answer is perfectly alright. Talking about IUPAC name, IUPAC first rule says that select the longest continuous carbon chain. ठीक है, longest continuous carbon chain का मतलब क्या होता है? क्या मैं ये select कर सकता हूँ? Answer is no. I cannot select this as a longest chain. Reason why I cannot select this thing? Reason is this nitrogen is breaking the continuation of carbon to carbon chain. Hence I can select either this part of the alkyl group or whether that part of the alkyl group, depending upon which alkyl group consists of more carbon. Over here both are same number of carbon atoms, so let us consider this as a longest chain and this as a substituent. Now the IUPAC name is written as, since the substitution is on nitrogen, the name is written as N-methyl. Wherever you see this N-methyl, you should clearly understand this. Methyl is substituted on nitrogen, or methyl is bonded to what? Nitrogen. So this part is done. Now this forms our IUPAC name, proper IUPAC name with word root and the functional group. Talking about this, see, there is only one carbon atom. So I'll be writing as meth. Carbon to carbon single bond is ane, and then it will form amine. So the name of this compound, IUPAC name of this compound will be N-methyl methanamine, and it is an symmetrical or simple amine. Second one, CH3 CH2 NH CH3. Now you can see there are two different alkyl groups, and this alkyl group consists of more number of carbons. So now this will form the parent chain and this will remain as substituent. Quickly comment the common and IUPAC name of this compound. So guys, I hope you must have commented, and if you have commented the name as ethyl methyl amine, then you are perfectly alright. It is ethyl methyl amine. Talking about its IUPAC, if your answer is N-methyl, because if I selected this as a longest chain, this becomes substituent, and this substituent is present on nitrogen, so it becomes N-methyl ethane amine. Right? Perfect. Chalo, let us proceed further. Third one, CH3 CH CH3 CH2 NH C2 H5. Quickly comment the common and IUPAC name of this compound as well. I hope you must have commented. This is ethyl and this is isobutyl. So E comes first, so it is ethyl isobutyl, ethyl isobutyl amine. Common name is this. Talking about IUPAC name, I'll select the longest chain. This is the longest chain over here. Okay, why this is the longest chain? Because this consists of maximum number of carbon atoms. There are two substituents, one is methyl and one is ethyl. Alphabetically E comes first, so we'll be writing the name as N ethyl. Then number it in such a way that functional group should get least number. So from this side I can see functional group will get least number, so it is 1, 2, 3. So it is N ethyl, 2 methyl, propane, 1 amine. One last example, then I'll be giving you practice question for 2 degree amines as well. Talking about the last example over here, let us take example as CH3 C, CH3 NH CH3. Quickly comment the common name and IUPAC name of this compound, and I am assuming that you are commenting the name as well. Now talking about the name, common name, this is tert butyl. So tert is not compared but butyl is compared, so it starts with B and it is M, so it becomes what? Tert butyl methyl amine. This is the common name of this given compound. Talking about IUPAC, see, this time the longest chain is this. Number it in such a way that functional group should get least number, so it doesn't matter from which end you are numbering it, it's one and the same. So I'll mark 1, 2, 3. Identify the substituents. There are 2, methyl and methyl, right? In such cases where the substituents bonded to nitrogen and the substituent bonded to carbon chain are same, then you can use this terminology as N, 2. Again I'll repeat, N, 2. Why N, 2? Because methyl is first substituted on nitrogen and second it is present on the second carbon of the parent chain. So you can mark N, 2 dimethyl, N, 2 dimethyl propane 2 amine. So again I'll repeat, N, 2 dimethyl propane 2 amine. So this is how you do nomenclature of 2 degree amine. Okay, so I hope guys you must have understood this segment as well. If not, please pause the video, go through it once, because in the next segment I'll be just giving you the question so that you can mark the answer of it. Okay, so please pause the video and go through it once. I hope that you must have gone through that segment. Proceeding further in this segment, here are some of the questions which I want you to practice. What I need from you is the common name of all this compound and the IUPAC name of all this compound. Please quickly pause the video, mark in your book, then resume and see whether your answers are right or wrong. Okay, so talking about the first one, there is an vinyl group, there is an ethyl group. So its common name will be ethyl vinyl amine. Very simple. Okay, then there is in presence of allyl group, there is in presence of propyl group, so it becomes allyl propyl amine. Then there is in presence of vinyl group, there is in presence of allyl group, so it becomes allyl vinyl amine. Then there is in presence of neopentyl group, there is in presence of ethyl group, so it becomes ethyl, neopentyl amine. Last one, there is in presence of isopropyl group and there is in presence of methyl group. So I comes first, isopropyl, methyl amine. So this is the common name, and if you have got all the common name right, so please thumbs up. Okay, now proceeding further with its IUPAC name. The problem over here is this also consists of 2 carbon, this also consists of 2 carbon. Now what to select? In such cases, select that chain which consists of multiple bonds. Okay, it's very clear. So this will become your parent chain. I'll include the functional group as well. So this becomes your parent chain, and this is your substituent, and substituent is present on nitrogen. So the name of this compound will be N-ethyl. It will be N-ethyl ethenamine. Okay, proceeding further, the same problem comes over here. So where double bond is present, we'll select that chain. So your propyl will become substituent. Number it in such a way that functional group should get least number. So it is 1, 2, 3. So the name of this compound will be N-propyl. It will be N-propyl propane 2 amine. N-propyl propane, extremely sorry, the name will be different over here. Second position consists of ene, so pro 2 ene 1 amine. That was a blunder from my side. Okay, but I hope you must have understood now. N-propyl, propyl is bonded on nitrogen, so it becomes N-propyl, 3 carbon atom, that means prop over there. Second position consists of double bond, so ene, and at first position there is in presence of nitrogen or amine group, so it becomes amine. So it is N-propyl prop 2 ene 1 amine. Proceeding further, now both consist of double bond, but it has more number of carbon atoms. Secondly, number it in from that side, functional group should get least number, so 1, 2, 3. Please comment the alkyl name of this compound. Please comment the alkyl name of this compound. IUPAC name, not the common name. Common is vinyl. We have clearly seen vinyl. But what is the IUPAC name of this alkyl group? If you have commented ethynyl, then you are right. So it is N-ethynyl. In some of the books, you can find it as N-vinyl as well. No problem of such thing. But yes, IUPAC name will remain N-ethynyl. Rest the name is same. It is prop 2 ene 1 amine. Cool enough? Sure. Now proceeding further, select the longest chain. See, if I'll select this as a longest chain, you will be only getting 2 substituents. But if I'll select this as a longest chain, then the number of substituent will be 1, 2 and 3. IUPAC says that when there is a possibility of selecting more than one longest chain with the same number of carbon atoms, then select that chain which will give you more number of branching. So if I select this chain, I am getting more number of branching. Then identify the substituents: ethyl, methyl, methyl. So it is E, M, M. Number it from that end where functional group should get least number. So 1, 2, 3. Alphabetically E comes first, so it will mark as N-ethyl. First name is N-ethyl. Second position consists of 2 methyl group. It is 2, 2 di-methyl. Second position consists of methyl group, so 2, 2 di-methyl. There are total number of 3 carbon atoms, so it is prop, and first position consists of amine, so propane 1 amine. So I hope you are getting the things. Propane, extremely sorry, it is spelling mistake over here. It is propane 1 amine. Okay, now coming upon the last one, select the longest chain. This is the longest chain. Identify the substituent, number it so that double bond, NH2 group should get least number. So 1, 2, 3, not NH2, NH group, that is amine group. Name is very simple over here, it is N-methyl. N-methyl, then prop N2 amine. So I hope guys you must have understood how to do nomenclature of secondary amine as well, common as well as IUPAC. Fair enough. So please pause this segment and go through it once. So Eclavians, I hope that you must have gone through that segment. Coming upon to the last segment of this particular session, and in this segment we'll be discussing nomenclature of tertiary amines. Okay, tertiary amines, as you all know that it is represented as R, N, R dash and R double dash. Talking about its common name, there are several names that is given. First, if R is equal to R dash, which is equal to R double dash, means I am talking about symmetrical. Okay, then you can simply mark the name as tri-alkyl amine. Okay, so if all R groups are same, then you can simply mark the name as trialkyl amine. Second, if either of the alkyl groups are same, if either two of the alkyl groups are same, then you can mark it as, what I am trying to say is, suppose if R is equal to R dash and R is equal to R double dash. Okay, if either of the two alkyl groups are same, then you will be marking as alkyl, dialkyl amine. If all three are different, R is not equal to R dash, which is not equal to R double dash, then it is alkyl amine, depending upon the what alphabetical order. So let us quickly discuss some of the examples. Structure, then we want its common name and IUPAC. IUPAC remains same as 2 degree. Nothing is going to change. Now suppose first case, if I will mark CH3 and CH3, or it can also be written as CH3 thrice N, both are one and the same. If I want to mark it common name, so it will be trimethyl amine. Okay, it will be what? Trimethyl amine. IUPAC name, select the longest chain. Since all consist of only one carbon atom, I have selected this. Now this both methyl group are attached to nitrogen, so now we will be marking as N, N dimethyl, N, N dimethyl. Why N, N? Because there are two substitution on nitrogen. Last time there is only one substitution, one was hydrogen, so that is not a big deal, but this time there are two substitution, that's why 2 nitrogen. Since both the substituents are same, that's why we can say N, N dimethyl. So it is N, N dimethyl. Longest chain consists of only one carbon atom, so meth N amine. I hope you must have understood how to do IUPAC. Now quickly comment the name of this compound. If your comment is ethyl dimethyl ethyl dimethyl amine. That is perfectly right. Ethyl dimethyl amine. Talking about IUPAC name, longest chain will be this, right? So the name will become N, N dimethyl ethane amine. Fair enough? No. So let us take one more example. Or this was second one. Talking about the third one. Quickly comment in IUPAC name of this compound. Now if you'll see, all three are different. This is allyl, ethyl, methyl. So A, E, M. So I'll write the name as allyl, ethyl, methyl amine. Talking about IUPAC, select the longest chain. Longest chain consists of 3 carbon atoms. So this is the longest chain. The name of this compound, IUPAC name will be N-ethyl, N-ethyl, then N-methyl. So it will be N-ethyl, N-methyl, right? Then number it in such a way that functional group should get least number. So it is 1, 2, 3. So its complete name will be N-ethyl, N-methyl, prop. Second position consists of double bond, so ene. First position consists of N group, that is amine group, so ine. So it becomes N-ethyl, N-methyl, pro, 2 ene, 1 amine. Okay guys, so this was the last segment. As I said, this is the last segment for this session number 13, that is nomenclature of amines. So with this thing guys, I hope that I was successful enough to make you understand the nomenclature that is common in IUPAC nomenclature of primary, secondary and tertiary amines. Still, if you have any doubt, you are free to comment or you are free to text me on Instagram, or you can mail it as well. The email ID you will be finding in the description box of every video. Okay, so with this thing guys, let us stop this session over here. हंसते रहिए, मुस्कुराते रहिए, अपने एनवायरनमेंट को क्लीन रखिए. God bless you all. Thank you so very much for watching this session. We'll meet soon. Take care.